How's it? Today is Monday, August 21st. I'm sort of back on track on things. For today, it was just a snatch focused day that almost all of my Mondays are, and my Mondays have been for the last 4 years, something like that. And yeah, I feel like today was pretty good. I think that, given last week's Monday, I think that anything better than last week's Monday is a step in the right direction. And it feels like I'm back on track because last week Monday my back was hurting with my power snatches, and that hasn't happened since then, and it hasn't happened before that with my power snatches. I feel like it might have been a function of me working like 15 hours on that Sunday before last week Monday. And needless to say, I did not do that yesterday. I had like a normal 8-hour shift, whatever it is. And so I had a lot of time not spent on my feet, not spent walking around, not spent bending over and stuff like that. So I do think that affected me quite a bit last week. But for today, I am super happy with how everything felt and how everything went. As far as it goes, the workout went 5 kilos heavier than last week for this really weird complex. That's a back squat, pause back squat with snatch push press plus overhead squat plus snatch balance, like 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. I did 90 last week, so today is 95. And then for what it's worth, on this first overhead press, snatch push press, I'm doing like a thruster because I feel like I'm strong enough to do it, and I didn't have any struggle with it at the top sets either. So yeah, for me, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this next week because it does take a long time and it does take a lot out of me. But this was, when I first introduced it, was a method for me to get full range of motion in the back squat, in the overhead position, and then in the overhead squat. And then also introduce speed with that snatch balance. And so if I'm starting to lift normally, which here's my first set at 95. If I'm starting to lift normally, which I am trending towards lifting normally soon, like, and in the sense that I was able to deadlift on Saturday with no pain. Most of my movement today was pain-free. Most of my everyday movement is pain-free. There are some instances where it does hurt a little bit, like, I guess, sitting up in my bed. So I don't do that. I have to, like, roll over out of my bed if I need to get out of bed in the morning, rather than, like, sitting up and bending at my waist, bending at my hips. Same thing. But yeah, moving in the gym is close to being pain-free, and that's all I can really look towards right now. I don't think I'm going to be looking at snatching 100 for the foreseeable future, I guess. I shouldn't have said it like that. I don't think I'm going to be snatching 100 in the next, like, 2 or 3 weeks, but maybe after that I'll be in that range because it'll give me some time to push and work up to that. I think like 100 is still within my realm of capabilities. I don't think that I lost too much strength. I think that a lot of it is just me being able to lift with no reservations and no inhibitions related to pain. So I feel like I'm moving in the correct direction, and I'm very, very happy with that. After those super long complexes, I moved into my block power snatches up to 82 today. I feel like I'm never classically good with the power movements, but for whatever reason, I feel like I'm better with the power snatch off of the ground than off of the blocks. I think that is not the way it should be because the partial movement allows me to be perfect, starting above my knee every single rep. But I feel like I could, in the past, I guess, power snatch 82 pretty easily for triples. I think I went up to like 88 or something with triples off of the ground. But you'll see later on these reps that at 82 for triples off of the blocks today, The first one's always easy, and then the second and third one just get increasingly more difficult. And that is to be expected, but I don't think that it's usually that difficult when compared to it being off of the ground, if that makes sense. But in any case, I mean, I don't catch any of them really in a full squat position. This is my first set here. You'll see from that side angle, this third one here is like basically at parallel. But I could definitely squat further down into that, and that's, you know, one of those things that if you want to be more strict, that's not a power snatch. But for the purposes of this exercise, I think that I'm still executing the way that I set my goals to be, if that makes sense. That was a lot better than that first set. Also, these blocks are not on the right angle, the right side, the right video. These blocks are not this orange in real life. And then on the left side, they're not that dull either. So they're somewhere in between in real life. I couldn't figure out how to get the coloring to be good. Or I feel like more close to real life. I was trying my best, but I don't put that much effort into looking at the coloring when I'm taking the video. So then like it's a little bit difficult to fix it retroactively for me, because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm editing these videos. I just put them together and then line them up. After that power snatch triples, I moved into my snatch pulls here for the blocks at 102. That little issue was I actually hit like that soft tissue right above my hip bone. I guess it's not above, it's below my hip bone, but that like hip flexor area, it really banged on it, and it, I don't know if it's gonna be bruised tomorrow, but it really hurt. And so the rest of the reps after that, I mean, even in the next couple sets, had that in mind, you know, just to avoid that, right? After that, I did some pull-ups, and then for the first time on the Monday, I did some ab work. I did the bird dog rows, which I've never heard of until I spoke with David. It's basically like increasing the difficulty for the bird dogs, and I think that this is really great. I'm just using 18 pounds here, but I think I could go probably closer to 30. You see that I'm moving a little bit, and then that's the whole point, right? It's like dynamic stability, which is more important than really anything else. So I'm happy I'm able to include these now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. No pain unexpectedly, so that's really, really great. But yeah, thank you for watching. Shoots.